Captain Ryan Fain, JT Outdoor Products. I'm going to explain a little bit what we're doing here. We're out in the middle of Mille Lacs Lake. We're on a mud flat. Behind me is this big mud flat, and we're just sitting on the tip of this, and then there's a little saddle and it connects to another mud flat. We've basically covered this whole side with hot boxes and snare rods, and we're bouncing in between jigging with small spoons or jigging wraps or ripping wraps.
Hi, Joe Bricko here with JT Outdoor Products. We're on Mille Lacs today, and I wanted to talk about a new rod in our lineup. It's the 32-inch Black Rain. Now this is in addition to the Black Rain series, so we've already had the 34, the 36, and 38-inch rod, and 40-inch rod, so the 32-inch is a new addition. Really what I was looking for in this design was to create what I would consider the perfect medium walleye rod. Now the technique I'm using today, and I can show you, I'm using a lighter spoon. We got a little front coming in here, so I had to downsize a little bit, so it's just a lighter flutter spoon. Now with this medium rod, it has a bit of a softer tip than the other rods in the Black Rain series, so that allows me to work that lighter bait. But what's unique about the 32-inch is I still have a lot of backbone within this rod. So I'm very confident with this rod. If I get a bigger fish that comes in, there's a lot of 26 to 28, 29-inch fish in this system. So I'm still going to be able to handle that fish, but it is lighter than the other Black Rains that are within the series. So really we're looking to create the perfect true medium rod for this kind of a bite. So it's really going to be a cross in between the Gold Digger, which is medium light, or the Shiver, even on the lighter side of the medium lights, and the other Black Rains, which we would consider medium heavies. So really this 32-inch, I'd consider it the perfect medium. Good fish. Good fish. Out here on Mille Lacs today, using the 32-inch Black Rain by JT Outdoor Products. It's a medium power blank. And the reason I choose this rod is because I like that medium power to really drive the hooks home, but it still gets a nice load on your smaller size fish.
Oh yeah. Nice fish.
Booyah.
Nice fish.
Gotta love Mille Lacs, 32-inch Black Rain, baby.
Hey, this is Sarah with JT Outdoor Products, and I'm going to discuss with you the importance of letting the walleye snare load up before hooking the fish. So, when you see this go down, you want to make sure it is loaded up before you set the hook. This is a slow action rod, so you want the fish to actually eat it. And so I usually will pick it up right when it's about here. I mean, even below the hot box. Once you see that drop down, you want to set the hook. This is easily one of my favorite ways to catch fish. You can use it in unison with a bobber, or you don't even have to use a bobber. I'm jigging and watching this at the same time. It's even better than a tip up. It's so much fun.
I got a snare out here that's loaded up. We got a whole bunch of them set out here on the edge of a mud flat here. And they've been going off pretty steady pretty much all day long. So we're gonna let it load up and see what we got here. Fish on. Feel too bad.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice fish.
All right. There's a nice mark right off the bottom. Came up and looked at it. I just switched over to a slab wrap. We're getting close to prime time here, so I thought I'd put on a little bit more of an aggressive bait, try to draw some fish in. We're right off the deep edge of a big mud flat here. There he is, on the slab wrap. Not a real big fish, but sure stroked it once he committed. I had to work that fish a little bit. He was right tight to the bottom, and I had him, pulled him up once, and he went back, and when he came back the second time, he drilled that. So what I did is, this is a Rapala slab wrap. It's got some rattles in there, a little more of an aggressive approach. We've been using some smaller spoons most of the day because the fish have been a little bit neutral or even a little bit negative, so they took a little bit more coercing. But I figured, getting close to prime time here, figured I'd try to call them in with this slab wrap with them rattles, and it paid off. Definitely not exactly what we're looking for on Mille Lacs. A lot of big fish in here, but it's a good sign. Nice healthy fish. We'll let
These things are really starting to go now, man. Wow, that one just came rearing off the bottom and just pounding this.
Oh, that looks like a good fish.
This feels good. Just love the gold digger, the way it just bends, absorbs all of those head shakes, and she's right there. Whoa. Should be close. Should be coming up the hole. Oh, look at that. Nice.
Nice.
Another beautiful Mille Lacs walleye.
I just punched a few holes here, and I'm trying a little bit deeper off of the break. We had a little bit of activity on the edge of the break, but now I'm down on the base. I'm reading 31 feet here. Just trying to make a couple moves here. Oh, snare rod pinned up. Oh, snare rod pinned up.
Feel good, Joe?
There we go. Yeah, I just drilled some holes over there and wasn't really paying attention. I look over the corner of my eye and snare rod pinned up. Gotta love bonus fish on the snares.
Oh God, it's the greatest.
Feels like
That's an okay fish.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Nice. That's a nice little Mille Lacs Lake walleye.
Thanks for the assist there, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Hey folks, Captain Donnie with Rainy Days Guide Service and JT Outdoor Products. I got Trent Eineichner with me, also from JT Outdoor Products and Rainy Days Guide Service. There's actually a pile of JT people out on the ice today. We've got several of these hot boxes with snare rods set up. We're going to tell you a little bit about the snare rod. Trent's going to tell you a little bit about this reel, the Okuma Baitfeeder. The snare rod is designed as a dead stick. It's got a really slow action tip. So the design here is that the walleyes or panfish snares, if you got a panfish, can take that bait and kind of run with it before they feel any of that backbone. You can see we get quite a ways here before that rod loads up. And I'm gonna have Trent tell you about the bait feeder.
All right, so the reel that we're using are the bait feeder reels. These are by Okuma.
And it's a really cool thing with this setup together is the reel has the bait feeder feature, which is this little switch back here. So when we flip it up, it's in bait feeder mode, so line comes out real easy. So if a fish grabs it, they can take it, they can run. They're just going to pull line out. So the rod's going to sit in the holder, it's going to double over some, it's going to start pulling some line. So when you walk up, all you got to do is either push it down by hand or just crank your reel forward. Now you're fighting the fish with the normal drag, however you set it up front like you normally do. Boom, set the hook, you got your fish. So that's the setup that we're using. The JT snare rod, the Okuma Baitfeeder reel. This is a great combination to work together because that way you don't have to remember to reset your drag every time after you catch a fish. A few people have done that. They forget to set the drag, and then they put their rod back in the holder. Next fish grabs it, boop, down the hole it ends up going at, if they're not watching it right away.
Or the drag is too loose and you go to set the hook and there's just no resistance whatsoever.
Right, and then you don't get a good hook set. So this is the best of both worlds. My opinion, this is one of the best reels on the market for the snare rods right now, and I think that this setup will help you catch more fish.
I agree.